This is Josiah Plays Alpha Protocol. Alright, we've just entered into the boss encounter with the Striker Assault Vehicle and a bunch of dudes on hard mode. We've been getting our asses kicked, but now we're going to try to get to a place where they have to come to me, and then I can knock them out in hand-to-hand. You know, I bet I should pop Shadow Operative now, but it'd be wasted, because by the time I get down to anywhere... Blasts don't seem to count down. Alright. Are there any more dudes? I think it's just me and the Striker now.
This is more like it. Time to use some Halbeck tech to resolve this problem.
Oh, there's that dickbag up in the tower up there, too. Alright, we need more missile launchers. Let's let my armor recharge. Considering how many missiles have hit it, this truck is pretty fucking indestructible. Alright, there's another missile on the back of that. Why do I have my shotgun equipped? How the hell do I switch back to my pistol? Oh, I think it's mouse wheel. Direct hit, one more missile should do it. I see another missile launcher right over there. I did it!
Got it. If Shaheed's inside, his head's got to be ringing by now.
Good job, Mike. Now be careful. Check to see if Shaheed's still breathing.
I succeeded! Yay! Well, there's Shaheed. Not so high and fancy now, is he? Oh, but we're cutting back to the framing narrative. The scene within a scene.
So, you thought the death of one terrorist leader would somehow fix the world?
No, I thought that's what you were hoping. That killing Shaheed would fix your problem.
Oh, it did. And I'd thank you, but... well, here I am.
Fucking leave.
Tie and all. Lucky for me.
This is the CEO of Halbeck.
There's always one thing I wanted to know. After you killed Shaheed, why you did what you did next? Were you trying to find out what happened to your friends? Or were you after me? Trying to bring down Halbeck, perhaps? Or maybe you were just cornered, looking for a way out.
Dun, dun, dun. Foreshadowing.
After your extortion of Nasri, I was expecting a more mercenary welcome. Have you come to kill me as you killed my followers?
See, I can
Sorry
just
we had to
execute
meet
him
like
straight up.
this. I tried calling your office.
You are here because America's greed demands it. Your country sleeps at Halbeck's feet like a dog, hungry for its weapons.
Save the preaching. I'm here for the missiles you stole.
The missiles I stole? They shipped them to me, then brand me a thief?
I was ordered to recover missiles that were stolen from Halbeck, except now you're telling me they were sold to you.
So? There is no difference.
There's a huge difference, and everyone who died on that airliner would agree, because that means there's two murderers, not one.
Halbeck will never answer for what they did, and you have destroyed all evidence of their involvement.
You're still breathing.
My testimony will never survive me. In custody, I will be found, hanged, a suicide. Go back to your Halbeck masters. Tell them of your great success.
I don't work for Halbeck.
Ah, and neither did I. A comforting thought, but it is a lie. You already know something is wrong. The data you found in the detention cells of our camp, that was not stolen missile data. That was given to us. You have two choices. You can believe me or kill me. Halbeck uses you, but you do not see their influence. You will. Trust me in this.
I believe you.
I choose to let him live.
But evidence would help.
The missiles are not enough? Perhaps not. I have other information, and I can obtain more.
You mean if I let you go? No chance.
I give you my word. If you know anything about me, you know I honor a promise when given. When you see Halbeck for what it is, I will come back and speak to you again. I will not hide, and I will bring proof.
All right. I'm willing to see it. What is this proof?
Call your agency, tell them I am dead. But to remove yourself from the area first, before they call. Give false coordinates. Unless you wish to speak to your god next.
Where are you going?
I will contact you, and I think the information I can provide will be worth the time you have spent looking for me.
Unlocked a secret fact, got a perk, stay of execution.
I'm here. I dealt with Shaheed.
And the missiles.
I've disabled the convoy. I haven't confirmed how many missiles we've recovered.
Your first priority is...
Westridge? Westridge, do you read me?
Mike, get out of there.
Mina?
I'm tracking multiple missiles homing in on your coordinates. Get out of
What
here.
the hell?
They're trying to blow us up and cover up all the evidence, and they don't care if they kill me. I just got sold out, yo. I just got burned.
Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah. In stereo. Mina?
Mike, you're alive, thank God. You need to get out of there now.
I'll need a little more sweet talk first.
You're in danger. You need to get out of Saudi Arabia.
But Halbeck... the missiles...
Mike, Halbeck is the one that sent the missiles to your location. I think they wanted to erase the evidence of the missiles entirely, and you along with it.
Great, so now I'm reduced to being evidence? How did they get these coordinates?
That's the other problem. I think they have someone inside Alpha Protocol, and whoever it is fed them the coordinates for the missile strike.
Is there a way to track down who had access to my coordinates?
Not cleanly, no. but it had to be one of your handlers in Saudi Arabia.
Well, that's a short list. I'd like it to be shorter. Any other facts you can give me?
If I knew more, I'd share. No one knows I'm talking to you right now. Not yet. You were my first priority.
Shit.
How long will it take you to find out?
I'll keep trying to gather information. But I don't know how long it'll take. And I don't have clearance for all parts of the facility.
Fine. So I need to get back to base. Can you get any choppers out here?
Mike, you can't come back.
What?
You're rogue.
I'm rogue!
They've already sent out notifications to the intelligence agencies about your status. If they find you, they'll give you up to the government. If they don't kill you first.
Wait, what about Alpha Protocol? That's what the agency is for. To allow agents to carry out ops like this.
It's to allow the government to deny ops like this. So that if they're exposed, they can say they had no involvement. Mike, you're on your own. Alpha Protocol's the only thing protecting you right now.
I can't go back. I'm rogue. Oh no. Perk acquired tour of duty. I've been cut loose. I'm just a lone agent now, trying to survive. Trying to solve this mystery. While Havoc's trying to kill me, maybe Alpha Protocol is trying to kill me. Somebody in Alpha Protocol wants me dead. I knocked out 37 enemies by hand, tranked 5, dude 42 total. And I created almost $90,000 in medical bills. It's cool. 10 out of 10 objectives. Got some XP. 31 hidden loot found. Acquired $34,000 in cash and prizes. The infiltration of the Al Samad airbase was successful. Agent Thorton entered the camp in a transport truck, and upon arriving at the airbase, discovered that the stolen Halbeck missiles were being stored in a munitions depot in the mountains nearby. Bonus objective: Agent Thornton found Nasri's weapons shipment in the airfield's control tower. Bonus objective: Agent Thornton uploaded data from the server in the control tower basement and transmitted it to Alpha Protocol. This should help uncovering Al Samad's intelligence network in the region. Visual confirmation of Sheikh Ali Shaheed's presence was received at the munitions depot. The Halbeck missiles, however, were already in the process of being moved from the location by truck. Agent Thornton moved to intercept the convoy. Bonus objective: Agent Thornton took out Shaheed's second-in-command before he was even aware of the agent's presence. Thornton hurled the target over a bridge, where he was run over by the missile convoy. Bonus objective: many of Shaheed's elite had been taken out during Thornton's previous mission to the airfield, accounting for the lack of heavy resistance in reaching the convoy. So if I hadn't taken those guys out in the previous mission, this part with the convoy would have been a lot harder. It would have had more elite guards. Convoy was guarded by an armored Striker assault vehicle carrying Shaheed. Agent Thornton took out the vehicle, stopped the convoy, and recovered the missiles. After intercepting Shaheed, Agent Thornton interrogated him about the Halbeck missiles. The two agreed to a trade of information, the intel to be transmitted at a future date. So I could have just straight up killed Shaheed, and that would have led to one set of consequences, which would have rippled throughout the whole game. Instead, I chose to ally with him, which is going to create another set of consequences that's going to affect the whole story. So that was a major decision point. Non-lethally hurled him over the bridge. Yeah, it was not... He got non-lethally run over by a Striker assault vehicle. An explosion of unknown origin, possibly a missile strike, hit the location not long after Agent Thornton intercepted Shaheed. Both are presumed deceased. So right now, nobody knows we're alive except for Mina. Everybody else thinks we're dead, presumably. And they think Shaheed is dead. And you noticed when we saw that little cutscene with Leland, how he said he said that I killed Shaheed. So even at that point in the future, Halbeck still believes Shaheed to be dead. Alright, so let's continue on. That's the end of Saudi Arabia. They were some pretty shitty missiles. Safehouse in Greece. Oh, I love Greece.
I'm still analyzing the information I got from Shaheed, but so far it checks out. He's been busy. And so is Halbeck.
So there was a connection between Al-Samad and Halbeck.
Looks that way. But what worries me is why. According to this, Halbeck's got 3 targets. Taipei, Rome, and Moscow. Transmitting the information now. Looks like the missiles were shipped through Moscow. Halbeck's got a distributor there, or had one. As for Rome, it looks like an Al-Samad cell was activated, but I don't know why. And in Taipei, Ronald Sung, the president of Taiwan. Someone's been ordered to assassinate him.
This doesn't make sense. What does Halbeck hope to gain?
A profit. Halbeck wants to raise global tensions, spark a Cold War, and turn the world into their private marketplace.
They'll be able to secure military contracts and a steady consumer base for their weapons for years to come, if they succeed.
Would be nice if I could actually tell someone. I mean besides you.
No one will listen, Mike. Not only are you rogue, but Halbeck's got an inside Alpha protocol somehow. If you're caught...
I know. Execution, imprisonment, possibly another lecture by Westridge. I'm on my own.
No, not exactly. They used you. But we can use Alpha protocol. There's so many levels of secrecy to it. Not even the staff know all the resources the program has.
Like?
Safe houses, weapons. If you're going after these targets, you'll need a base of operations in each city. I can dig up some spots that aren't listed in any records.
Like this one?
Better. I think. It sounds like you're going after these targets then.
You better believe I am. They screwed me over in Saudi. Now it's time for me to return the favor.
All right, Mike.
Also, I don't like that they used me to do their dirty work, sending me to kill Shaheed and get their merchandise back. No way am I letting them get away with that.
Judging from the data, Mike, it may be a good thing. If Halbeck's trying to cause a Cold War...
They've made a mistake. They're going to cause a real one.
Oh, the safe houses are awesome too. The 3 main safe houses in the game, they are cool. They're good bases. Alright, oh, I get to do specialization now. Now that you've completed your first operation, it's time to select your specialization. Each specialization favors 3 skills that can be leveled up to a maximum of 15 ranks. Select Commando, Spy, or Engineer to specialize in combat, infiltration, or tech use respectively. Alternately, you can choose Operative to select a custom trio of specialized skills. You can also reconfigure any skills you've gained up to this point by using the remove rank action to refund spent AP. So, good spies are the stuff of literature, but great spies don't let themselves become the subject of folklore. A spy specializes in evasion and killing from the shadows. Engineer. Knowledge is power, especially when it's knowledge of explosive compounds and sophisticated electronics. An engineer specializes in devices of high impact and low subtlety. Commando. Few things are as dependable and solution-oriented as violence. Commandos train for situations where they're outnumbered and outgunned, specializing in automatic weapons and physical conditioning. Or Operative. If you want to have an epic beard. The dangerous and morally suspect world of espionage weeds out the rigidly minded. Most agents find their own way through life and specialize in an unorthodox variety of skills. So this is the heterodox option to draw a parallel to Triskelion. You've lived your life according to the engineer description. I'm more a spy than anything else. Let's go Operative. Now I can pick 3. I'm gonna pick Stealth, obviously. I'm gonna pick Pistols. Let's see, do I want Sabotage? Oh, if I don't pick Sabotage, I don't get Remote Hack. Oh, I should pick Sabotage, even though I really want Martial Arts, too. I really like Martial Arts. And Pistols. And stealth. Maybe I won't take pistols. Although, oh, this stuff is really good, though. Being able to line up the crit shots from further away and having it take less time is really good. Improved critical hit. I mean, again, look at the range. 40 meters, and it only takes 1.5 seconds. I mean, that's really good. Oh, and the best version of chain shot, which gives you 6 shots. Oh, man, it's hard not to take pistols. Stealth. Stealth is 100%. Pistols, and I mean, I could take stealth pistols in martial arts, but then I wouldn't get... Technological aptitude's not that cool. Even though Master Brilliance is super good, but Sabotage, though. You get Remote Hack, which is really good. Plus a better binary invisibility. Plus more money from hacking. Plus the master level of breaking and entering, which makes the mini-games easier for later in the game when the mini-games are super hard. Yeah, I know Brilliance is godlike, Durzak. That's the skill that resets cooldowns. But I'm not gonna... I mean, I'm already gonna get Brilliance right here. I'm just gonna get this version of Brilliance rather than the better version. This version has a 240-second cooldown. And oh man, that's a lot shorter cooldown. Holy shit. Well, but whatever. Even the once in a while Brilliance will still be pretty good. Yeah, the minigames get crazy hard, so having another reduction of their difficulty is really nice. The problem is if you don't level up martial arts to the best, then the further you get in the game, the less viable it is to ever fight anybody with martial arts. And there's usually times when you kind of have to. Like, because enemies are alerted. I mean, and you don't really, and they're coming at you, and you don't really have a good situation to carefully use the pistol. I guess I don't have to have martial arts. I'm gonna take stealth pistols and sabotage. If you watch this later, you'll be able to hear Josiah lament himself not listening to you. Oh yeah. I'll still blame Saito, that's right. Yeah, it's gotta be stealth pistols and sabotage, I guess. Or I could not do pistols. I could not do pistols. And not get the best chain shot. What's the best chain shot I am gonna get? Expert, which gives you 5 shots. Okay. I guess I'll let my martial arts fall by the wayside. I don't use it as often. So... Although... There's at least one boss where I'm going to be a sad person without martial arts. A couple bosses where I'm going to be a sad person without martial arts, because fighting those bosses with... Oh, but chain shot. Lol. Never mind. I forgot. I can just chain shot to beat those bosses. It's fine. So, yeah, stealth pistols and sabotage then. We're done. Oh, and I can spend points right now. I can get advanced concealment. Enemy vision reduced by 20% now. I can get evasion advanced, which lasts for 4 seconds. And I can get shadow operative advanced. You still can't run with advanced, but when you get to master, you can run. Still lost 12 seconds now, which is much better. And then what do I want to start leveling up beyond that? The next thing I actually really want to get Rapid reload is nice, but who cares about reloading, really? Expert chain shot, super good. Ooh, can I get brilliance right now? I don't have enough AP to buy it, I don't think. Why can't I get brilliance? It says I can go up to here. You know, do I really need all this toughness? Taking off my toughness. Genius idea. I mean, isn't toughness kind of overrated? I still can't buy brilliance. Why not? It's just these last 5 that you can't get, right? Yeah, see, it'll let me buy, oh, it'll let me buy that because it won't even let me buy the next rank of martial arts. So it's the back 8 that you can't get with your specializations? Oh, that sucks. There's no way I'm going to take technical aptitude, though, even despite the fact I thought I remembered for sure having builds where I had all in on sabotage, stealth, and pistols, or martial arts and stealth and sabotage, and didn't take technical aptitude, and I still got brilliance. Maybe it just costs a lot. No, it couldn't cost that much. I have 16 points. I don't know. Do I want to get that chain shot next, or do I want to work up toward remote hack? Let's see. Go with either tech attitude or toughness. Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like toughness. There are sections where stealth is not an option, but there's not very many. Maybe you can't level up the non-specialized options until a later point. Yeah, that might be the case. I think that probably is the case. Buy this. And let's buy expert chain shot. So now my chain shot is 5 shots, but I only get 15 seconds to line them up. But 5 shots is incredible. 5 crit headshots on a single target is obliterating. And if you can line them up fast on multiple people. I mean, the master is better though, because that's 6 shots and it gives you a full 30 seconds to line them up, which is even better. All right, anyway, I have 1 AP left. I'm not going to spend it. I'm done. Let's go. We're done. Stealth and pistols are maxed out. When we level up again, we'll raise up sabotage. When it lets us, we'll get brilliance, and we'll get martial arts up to this point at least. And when it lets us, we will get technical aptitude. Okay, we're done.
The reporter. The photographer?
Scarlet.
You met her leaving Saudi, then in Taipei. But after that, we lost track of her.
Guess you've got limits after all?
I always wondered how you two happened to meet. Coincidence?
I don't know.
Scarlet's awesome. Oh, I have to decide which place I'm gonna go first. And there's really only one option because there's a character I need to go meet before I do anything else, and he's in Taipei. So Taipei first. Actually, there's 2 characters I need to go meet in Taipei before I do anything else. So Operation True Heirs, Operation Deus Vult, and Operation Blood Feud. And each one of these 3 locations has a bunch of missions, a bunch of which are even optional. Of course, I'll be doing them all. But what a lot of people don't know, based on me watching other people play this game, a lot of people don't seem to know that you can travel back and forth between these three anytime you want. You don't have to just go to one of them, do all the missions, and then go to another one and do all the missions. And in fact, it's beneficial because some things that happen in missions in one place will affect missions in other places. So, we're going to Taipei first. To the Taipei Safehouse. Use the Safehouse to prepare for further missions. Handler Mina. Oh, look at our rep. I'm all the way up to 10. Friendship with her. Pretty cool. An Alpha Protocol Safehouse in Taipei, which should serve as a base of operations for attempting to thwart the assassination of Ronald Sung. BRB Chen gonna go to Rome. What? Start mission. I don't know what the max is.
You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
I think I've got you beat.
You ever been a pushy woman in the heart of Arabia?
Once. Lost a bet.
Cute.
Yeah.
You could keep that up the entire flight, I bet.
Did you already have plans?
I was going to invite you to slow down.
You're right. It's a long flight. Plenty of time to get your name and hotel room.
Wow. You just come right out and say those kinds of things, huh?
When I'm not putting my foot in my mouth. By the way, I'm Mike.
So, Mike, when you're not getting shot down, what do you do with yourself that would bring you out to this part of the world?
Secret agent.
Right.
It's better if you don't believe me anyhow.
All right, be honest. Has that worked on anyone?
How impressed are you?
Not.
All right. My turn's over. How about you? Those your legs?
Other page.
Cover story by Scarlet Lake.
I heard she's on this flight.
Photojournalism, isn't that a bit dangerous, Scarlet?
If there's no risk, it's not important.
You may be onto something.
Here, call me. I have a lot of contacts in the area. Maybe we can work out a trade. If you should hear anything, of course.
What if I want to call, just to be endearing?
You should call someone else.
Wow, you're tough.
It seems to be endearing, unfortunately.
Yeah, but strip off that tough exterior.
Mike, your persistence is bordering on dense.
Maybe, but is it working?
You're... I have work to catch up on.
Yeah, and I should,
Yeah,
Good night,
Saito.
Mike.
I wish I had had the chance to change my appearance before all these cutscenes in the middle here, because it does look
This is
ridiculous.
It's very crappy.
Maybe you should unwind after the flight. Maybe take a shower.
Shower? Oh, this is one of those secret agent hidden entrance things, isn't it?
Well, it was until you started talking about it.
I don't think I've ever picked that option before. I must have, one of the playthroughs, but I didn't remember that you could even say that specific thing. You get here and you look around, you're like, wow, this place sucks. This is the worst safe house. But this isn't really the safe house. A reasonable safe house. No, this isn't it, Saito. That's a link for Age of Empires 4. You're so fucking random, Boss Pie. Why is there suddenly a link for Age of Empires 4 here? Oh, look at this nice little bathroom. It's lovely. This place could use a little cleaning, though. Not the best safe house I've seen. Well, we might as well take a shower. Get cleaned up. What's this? A secret
Are you sure
shower
about this?
elevator?
Trust me.
Okay.
See? What did I tell you?
This is why I love you.
You can send roses to my dead drop in Prague. Now that you've made it to Taipei, what are your plans?
I sort of figured I'd improvise and put an ear to the ground and see what I can find out.
Don't you think you need a little more focus than that?
I've got 3 leads to start with. This Stephen Heck guy seems like he knows what's going on in Taipei. He might be able to answer some questions.
Be careful, Mike. I've checked my databanks, and I can't find any evidence that Stephen Heck has ever worked for the CIA.
I'll be on my guard. There's also that anomalous data trail from Shaheed's system. Any luck tracing it down?
I managed to follow it back to a place in the warehouse district. I'm forwarding the address to you now. What's the final lead?
Simple. Follow the money. Shaheed was funneling large amounts of money to a front corporation for the White Oak Mountain Triad. I think I can persuade them to tell me why.
Sounds like you've got everything figured out.
Isn't that why you love me?
You watch yourself out there, Mr. Thornton.
Always.
Oh, I leveled up again already. Oh, I didn't really, though. I still only have 1 AP to spend. Alright, so I got some new perks. I got Tour of Duty. You survived Operation Desert Spear. +5 permanent endurance. I got Stay of Execution. After listening to Shaheed, you exercised restraint and allowed him to live. A little better recoil control on my favorite weapon, because that makes so much sense. It's direct causation. They had this place constructed by local contractors? I don't know. Does this have my total oh, yes. I created no orphans, but I've racked up $315,000 in medical bills for those whom I have had to take out. It's a checkpoint, finally. I'm sure they figured out how to do it all covertly. You know, maybe they killed everybody. Alright, let's check out my current dossiers. 'Cause I know I got a couple. Here's my current missions. I can contact Hong Shi. We're gonna do that. I can investigate the warehouse district data trail. Gonna do that eventually. And I can contact Stephen Heck! And Stephen Heck is my guy. This character was written by Avalon. He brings him up every once in a while in interviews when they ask him about characters he's written that he likes. Alright, what do we have here? Did we learn any more about Alpha Protocol? About Al-Samad? About the CIA? About Halbeck? Triads. This is new. The White Oak Mountain Triad. Its origin is Hong Kong. It was founded in 1952, and it's a criminal organization. The Triads, Chinese criminal organizations, have a history reaching back to the anti-Qing dynasty resistance forces in the 1700s. Originally devoted to restoring the previous Han dynasty, they gradually shifted into criminal pursuits, culminating in the overthrow of the Qing dynasty in 1911. Suddenly finding themselves with a lack of purpose after centuries of struggle against the Qing dynasty, the Triads turned almost exclusively to organized crime. Following the communist takeover of China in 1949, most Triads immigrated to Hong Kong, which became the seat of their power, and yet here in Taipei we've got our very own Triad to deal with. Westridge, liked. Parker, neutral. Shaheed, liked. Secret fact about Shaheed. According to the intelligence obtained in Saudi Arabia, Shaheed has been working on behalf of Halbeck, using his near diplomatic immunity to act as a go-between for a part of the immediate and future profits Halbeck will reap from the destabilization in these locations. Yeah, fucking Halbeck. You know, I wonder why they don't just spell it Ching, C-H-I-N-G, because here's the deal. It's not, you can't say, well, because that's not the actual Chinese spelling, because the actual Chinese spelling is not in English letters anyway. So as soon as you're making an English translation of it, why wouldn't you phonetically spell it however it sounds like when you pronounce it? That's my question. because I've seen it spelled both ways, just like with the word chi, or like the Dao De Ching, or you know, whatever. I've seen it spelled with a Q, or I've seen it spelled with a CH. Spelling it with a Q just makes it confusing. Darcy, he likes us. Leland, neutral. Mina likes us a whole hell of a lot. Alright, so that's our dossiers. I want to go fix my shit. I'm done with this fucking hat and glasses. Look at this bathroom though, it's pretty nice. Alright, now that I'm on to better places and things, we're gonna take that beard off and look nice and clean for a bit. And we're going to ditch the hat. I don't think I want any form of hat right now. They all look pretty douchey. So let's ditch the hat. Let's ditch the eyewear. I can try to make myself look smart. Or like a fucking Yakuza member or something, but no. Let's go with this. Looking nice and clean. Do I want to change my hair? I don't want to look that clean. No, I think for now we'll keep it like this. There we go. That's our new look. And we've seen that before. Let's look around and see if we can find anything special in the safe house. Here's the bedroom. It's nice.
Oh, great. Picture of Darcy. He wrote, "Mike and Sean, fuck yeah!" with 3 exclamation points.
We had that in the last safe house. We had the gadget course plaque in the last safe house. Sometimes you get new stuff. Had the shooting range plaque. So this is my cool safe house, and check this out. It's got its own underground hidden exit with a fucking motorcycle. And that's how you get out of your safe house in style. And it has a lot of fucking computers. Good old Mike Indeterminate Ancestry Thorton. Yeah, that's what I like to go for. Let's see what's on the news.
Coalition forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence across the Middle East.
We've heard this story before, but there might be a new story after this.
Army spokesman Colonel J. Robert Powers tells INN that a suspected Al-Samad terrorist training camp on the outskirts of Jisan was destroyed yesterday, allegedly in a daring daytime raid by members of the Al-Ta'ir sect. Chinese government officials today announced that the People's Republic would issue sanctions against any nation recognizing Taiwan as an independent state.
The Chinese have always held the official position that Taiwan is merely a breakaway province. But with Taiwanese President Ronald Sung's calls for official separation from the mainland, Chinese officials are growing nervous.
When asked what form economic sanctions might take, the Chinese ambassador to the United States said, quote, "We will take all actions deemed necessary and appropriate to safeguard Chinese sovereignty."
Coalition for...
Okay, so there's not any new news right now. That whole thing about the Taiwan separating from China is, of course, very important in the storyline here. We are in Taiwan. For those who don't know, Taipei is in Taiwan. And now we should have some cool emails and stuff. Oh, and here's my weapon locker. That is a pretty beast-ass locker, gotta say. Got a fitted underlay. Improves cooldown rates. No, I'd rather have the enemy sight range reduced. Alright, let's check out the computer. Man, imagine having this for your gaming setup. You'd be sitting here in your chair and you'd have that giant screen to game on, and you could have whatever else you wanted on all the other screens. Dude, that'd be sick. Alright. Email. Oh, we got one from Scarlett. To Mike. Any cover ops since our chat? Maybe she meant covert? I don't know. Maybe she meant I was on the cover of a magazine. Hey there. Yes, I'm e-stalking you, but don't get a big head about it. How did I find your email? Well, secret agent, it took some work, but let's just say it would be much easier for random redheads to stay in touch with you if you stepped into the 21st century and had a social networking presence. Still, the fact you don't is actually a point in your favor. Maybe I'll wait for a cranky vice president to out you before I buy... a spy line of yours. What? I don't know what that means. I know that this email here could be different depending on what you chose when you were talking to her on the plane. And normally you get to send her emails back, but apparently you can't reply to this one. Maybe I have to wait until I have some information for her. I'll be in and out of Taipei for a few weeks working on a story. If you're in the area and aren't in a fist fight with a man who throws a bladed hat, drop me a line. Just make it a little better than your last one, Agent Thorton. She doesn't believe it. Scarlett. Okay, archive that. And we got one from Shaheed. We're email buddies now. Now that I didn't kill him. Common enemies. Mr. Thornton, if you're reading this, you escaped Saudi Arabia. You have had time to think on what has happened. Your government has branded you a terrorist. You will be hunted as I have been. They will not take you alive, and they will not allow you to spread word of the missiles that were sold to me. Consider this. Your enemy is not Al-Samad. Your enemy is Halbech and its allies elsewhere in the world. They have suppliers in Moscow, and in Rome they spit on our beliefs even as they deal with us in exchange for bombs and support. They move forward in Taipei, all described in the information I have given to you. Research the dossier of Henry Leland. Dig deeply into the information on Halbech Corporation and their master, and you will find our common enemy. Yeah, Shaheed will send me funny cat videos now. Leland is a hollow man, one who respects no boundaries, chained in the accumulation of power purchased in blood. You will not hear from me for some time. We will meet face to face again at a time of my choosing. Only then shall I give you the help I promised. I am a man of my word, and as you could not pull the trigger on me, that marks you as a man at least willing to listen to reason. Shaheed. And we got one from Mina that we can reply to. How are you holding up? I don't know why you had to send me this email when we were on the fucking radio talking to each other constantly, but... Mike, the agency's burning plenty of taxpayer money looking for you. I'm pretty close to just filing a sexual harassment claim against Darcy. An alias of mine I was using on assignment just got slated for a severe audit, and now I have to hack into the Treasury servers to correct the problem. Oh, you know, everyday people problems. When you have to hack into the Treasury servers to solve your shit. We've all been there. Someone liked to draw crows and shit on the back of his notebook in class. That last paragraph was an ill-conceived attempt at small talk. I realize my problems are pretty trivial to what's going on with you. Trust me when I say I'm doing everything I can to keep the agency off your trail. Anyway, if you have a moment, let me know how you're doing. Mina. Alright, we have three options. We can be terse. 1. Mace Darcy. Either the spray kind or the medieval kind. 2. Just claim your alias made a ton of money. The president pulled funding from the IRS, so they don't have the manpower to actually investigate rich people who cheat on their taxes. 3. How am I doing? Busy. Too busy for small talk. I appreciate all your help getting situated, but I need to stay focused on my work and not waste time with banter. We're definitely not sending this one. I can be casual. Mina. Well, being shot at is always loads of fun, but at least I have a well-appointed safe house wherein I can perform unlicensed surgery on myself. Ever pried a bullet from your gut with a pair of tweezers? Good times. I appreciate your help so far. I've got a laundry list of leads to follow up on. If you have any more info for me, I'm all ears. Or we can send... Well, this is the Jack Bauer option. Remember, because this is up in the aggressive slot. Or joking. Well, you have to show them on the doll where Darcy mentioned he'd touch you. That sounds pretty traumatic. Why don't you tell him there's been a verified sighting of me in Siberia? While I can't promise you he'll be the victim of polar bear rape, it should keep him out of the office for a while. Things are going well enough. You know, there's this little problem with my former co-workers wanting me dead, but it's nothing that guns and a drinking problem can't solve. Yeah, I don't like this one though. We're not gonna joke about rape though. So we're gonna go with casual. This one's fun. This one's nice. Send it off. Let's archive this. We don't have any new intel here naturally. And now we will check the clearinghouse. Yeah, left option is kind of creepy. So now that I've lost my fucking Saudi Arabia contacts to sell me stuff, I don't have much available, as you can see here, until I make some new contacts to sell me stuff. So yeah, this is a bunch of crap until I find some new people. But nice, you somehow know exactly how Mina feels about things the moment you send them. Yeah, well, I'm just that good at reading people. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is contact Stephen Heck, my favorite character. Dossier information on Stephen Heck. Purchasing this intel will expand your dossier on the self-proclaimed super agent, Stephen Heck. $9,800. That's very expensive, but it's fucking worth it. Dossier info, intel, here we go. Wanted. Information regarding Stephen Heck, the alias of an American operating in the Taipei area. We'll pay in advance, no questions asked. This is another example of an importance of the order you do missions in. Because if you go do those other missions first, and then you go meet Stephen Heck, he's actually really pissed at you because you didn't check in with him first. But if you do go see him first, he's actually really happy about it because you did check in with him first, and then he becomes your friend. And that affects all sorts of things in the game. He's an important character. Let's see. Here's what we got from an anonymous person. Enclosed is what I know about this so-called operative. More like a madman, if you ask me. Either way, good luck. Stephen Heck. You'll catch Heck, in other words? Yes, you'll catch Heck. Oh, God. Individual. Where is he? Oh, hey, we've got a new intel on Ronald Sung and Scarlet Lake. Alright, let's find out about Ronald Sung. He's the president of Taiwan. We know that somebody wants to assassinate him, and we're going to try to prevent that. A career politician, Ronald Sung's pro-independence politics have made many powerful people very nervous. Many other presidents have talked about declaring Taiwan an independent nation from China in the past, but none have gone as far as declaring it, as the act would likely provoke an invasion from China. Sung, however, seems set in his plans to do so, and the fact that his support still holds strong has caused international attention as diplomats and other politicians wonder if Sung will win, and if he'll go so far as to follow through with his promises. So, He's an interesting character. We'll meet him later. Then there's Scarlet. Just an ordinary freelance photojournalist. She definitely has no secrets. There are no secret things about Scarlet at all. Very normal journalist. Don't even trip. Widely regarded as one of the best photojournalists in the world, Scarlet Lake has won multiple awards for her work, especially covering notoriously dangerous areas and subjects, and has been wooed by many magazines and press agencies eager to win the exclusive rights to her services. Intelligent, charming, and well-traveled, Scarlet has a reputation for professionalism that ensures she is well spoken of by many in her field. Many people brag that they know her well, although with the frequency she travels, it is doubtful that they do. What are all these terrible puns you guys are trying to make? This is a disaster of puns. Alright, and then there's Stephen Heck. With a fucking grainy, dodgy photo. This is his 100% dossier. His age is unknown. His nationality is unknown. American, possibly? Occupation. He's a dry cleaner? Heck seems to know everything there is to know about what's going on in Taipei. And if he doesn't know directly, he often knows someone who does. It has been suggested that Heck knows about the underground because he often sells info or blackmails criminals to fund his covert ops, the goals of which are known only to him. He claims to be a member of a top-secret branch of the CIA with total operational discretion and oversight. The precise nature of his operations and the sphere of his influence remain unknown. Affiliates remain unknown. Along with his enigmatic objectives, Heck employs a self-devised method of combat which he describes as liquid terror, a lightning-fast series of darts and dashes that he uses to accurately kill or cripple multiple opponents with his hands, a pair of sharp objects, and sometimes a silenced pistol. Since very few people have actually witnessed Heck's incredible ability and lived to tell the tale, many chalk this technique up to Heck's own hype and disinformation. Nevertheless, dates when Heck claims to have been engaged in operational activity coincide with reports of unusual causes of death at the Taipei morgue, including a man with known triad affiliations found with the chassis of a 10-speed mountain bike driven through his torso, and a Vatican intelligence agent with his airway obstructed by 17 communion wafers. Fucking Heck. Alright, let's go meet him. This episode's gonna go slightly long, but we're gonna go meet Heck right now. It's short. We just have to go have a conversation with him. It's not like a full-length, it's not like a full-length mission. It's just... Now that we're past the Saudi Arabia part of the game, there's a lot more missions, and a lot of the missions are really short. They're just going to meet with somebody and having role-play, like, conversation scene, and then it's done. So, he is basically the essence of chaotic neutral, yeah. Contact Stephen Heck. Find out about Ronald Sung and the assassination plot. Meet with a local informant, Stephen Heck, who seems to know a lot about what's transpiring in Taipei. See what he knows about the attempt on Sung's life and if there's anything you can do to stop it. You acquired a dossier on Stephen Heck, an American intelligence operative working in Taiwan. Let's roll. I get on my bike and I roll out of my bat cave. Lucky 13 dry cleaning, Taipei.
Hello?
In the back. With you in a sec, buddy. Not too uncomfortable, I hope. Now this is dry cleaning solution. Active ingredient is perchloroethylene. Gets stains out like a champ. Like a champ, Wen. Believe you me.
Gonna be hard getting that stuff down his throat. Want me to get a funnel?
A funnel? Yeah! That's a killer idea! So you remember where they are now, do you? Candy dish. Ah, that does it, Wen. You know I don't like sweet... Oh, the candy dish! That's right! That's where I left my keys. Should have said something earlier, Wen. You see what I almost made you drink? Good old Wen. Always getting into antics. Anywho, what can I do you for?
I like your style. Do any of the people you've interrogated know anything about an attempt on Sung's life?
You came to the right place, and you're lucky you did. See, people come in and out of Taipei all the time without asking for clearance, so then I have to erase them so they don't expose me.
Expose what exactly? Your overuse of quotation marks?
My secret identity and everything I know, that's what. Listen, did you know that in the 1960s, the CIA surgically jammed a mic and antenna into a cat for an op codenamed Acoustic Kitty?
No, I've never heard that. Have you heard of anything relevant to my previous question?
Oh, it's relevant. Just between you and me. And when. You're with the agency, am I right?
Yeah, kind of. It's complicated.
Say no more, Agent.
Mike will do. Steve.
Steven. I'm an agent myself, you know.
You don't say.
Yeah, I work for a division of the CIA that doesn't officially exist. Super secret. They just kind of turned me loose and let me go nuts.
Uh-huh. So, can you help me or not?
Depends. How do I know you are who you say you are? I have to ask because, funny story, one time a salesman came in and I thought he was buying secrets about the German Chancellor's security detail.
You remember a few years ago when Castro got ill all of a sudden?
You did that?
Well, let's just say I was in Cuba at the time, on vacation.
That was you? Shit, I heard about that. Bravo. So, Ronald Sung, huh? Hey, did you ever notice his name's an anagram for lard on guns? Ironic, isn't it?
Hey, yeah. And considering that item posted a few years back in the Worldly Weekly about that pig fat being used as an experimental bullet toxin, not a coincidence.
You might be onto something there, Mike. I'll look into that for sure. Ronnie Sung. What do you want to know, Mike? Personal demons, pant size, political capital, sexual proclivities?
Actually, all of the above. But right now, I'm most interested in who might want Sung dead.
Political assassinations. Yeah, those are fun. One time I took out an entire soccer stadium just to kill the premier of Namibia. Hey, did you know at 400 miles an hour, soccer balls can decapitate people?
I didn't. But Sung?
Sure. I can tell you this, Mike. There's a big conference coming up at the Grand Hotel. Sung's gonna be there, along with a few dozen EU bigwigs and the like.
I didn't bring my conference pass, and I don't feel like waiting in line, unless it was worth my while.
Taiwanese National Security Bureau is providing the security. You think those cats don't just have oodles of stuff on everybody who might want their boss dead?
Wouldn't be too hard to slip in and borrow some of that information.
Knew that would appeal to you, Mike. Hey, give me a call when you head that way. I'd like to be in on this.
You got it.
He'd like to be in on this. Oh, it's so good when he's in on a mission. Agent Thorton met with Stephen Heck, a suspected American intelligence operative based in Taipei. Heck maintains a close watch on all covert activities in Taipei and is believed to have information on the assassination plot. By contacting Stephen Heck before conducting operations in Taipei, Agent Thornton ensured Heck's cooperation in future missions. Heck informed Agent Thornton the diplomatic conference at the Grand Hotel will provide an opportunity to download intelligence data from the NSB. Their records are likely to have more complete files on the assassination plot. New mission gained. Retrieve NSB data from Grand Hotel. That is not the last we will see of Stephen Heck and his crazy liquid terror. Whenever I say, if you guys ever hear me say the phrase, always getting into some antics, or always up to some antics, which I do say once in a while, I'm referencing that scene, because that's what he said about fucking when. Alright, hold on. Let's see this new dossier we just found. The NSB, the National Security Bureau. Taiwan, 1955, military intelligence. The NSB serves as the chief operational arm of the Taiwanese intelligence services. Founded in 1955 by President Chiang Kai-shek, the NSB oversees intelligence gathering, both foreign and domestic, presidential security, military security, and related fields. In its early days, the organization was referred to as the Taiwanese KGB due to its mysterious and fearsome reputation. Basically, as a general rule, if a faction shows up anywhere in these dossiers, odds are good that at some point you're going to be knocking those fools out. Social link rank up. Yeah. Did we get any new email? Oh my god, we got mad email. Okay, hold on. Let's not deal with these right now. We need to end this episode. Buy my junk. We got an email from Steven. 2 emails from Steven. 2 from Mina and 1 from Scarlett. I can't wait to read all those. But we'll do it in our next episode. Because we're already 5 minutes over the allotted time for this one. I like the fact that I'm wearing different clothes in this city than I was wearing in Saudi. So that is going to do it for this episode. Hope you have a great time watching the next one, whenever that comes, but it won't be today. If you're watching the stream, don't go anywhere because I'm not done streaming. If you're watching on YouTube, this is the end of this episode. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Alpha Protocol.